So what am I running around with?
Well, I have your actual icons up there.
Yeah, I can't tell what they are. How do I zoom in?
I can.
We can't. We're watching Chris's screen.
Yeah. So I'll try to keep the screen somewhat good. The current scene is nighttime, and so it's a little dark, but I'll leave it like this for now. So thank you guys for playing. I'm Chris. I'm the DM. This is the adventure one shot that I wrote for the July RPG Writers Workshop, and this is essentially the second playtest of the adventure. So I'm hoping you guys have fun and try to survive.
Oh boy.
So who wants to introduce himself first?
All right, so I'll go ahead since I actually know this character because I've played him for years. So I am playing Mikhail Coldbrook. I'm a sorcerer extraordinaire, all-around lovable scoundrel, and professional lech. So I like money a lot.
All right.
And women or men, whatever floats your boat.
I'll go next. I'm playing Ovealda Whitjaw, if that's how you pronounce it, a mountain dwarf, paladin mountain dwarf.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
It's been 326 days since I have played D&D.
I'm Galen, and I'm playing Farvyn Lingenhall, the Deep Gnome Wizard. He likes long walks in the tunnels, and enjoys the occasional frequent drink.
Playing Farvyn, Farvin.
YN.
YN.
Because fantasy.
Farvyn, I got it. Wizard, okay. Gnome.
All right. I'm Nick. I'm playing Edmond Cromwell, town hooligan, and suspected of many breaking and enterings. Also cartographer by part-time cartographer.
Part-time.
And what? You're human?
Yes, I'm human. Yes.
I'm sorry, Alex. What were you? I want to get the names and stuff right.
Ovealda Whitjaw. The description I have that I remember was she is a soldier. Don't know the military rank because it just told me to talk to the DM. It's a one shot.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, didn't matter. Ex-military, and likes to brew alcohol because that's her orders. Holy drink instead of wine, it's beer. Yay.
You are a paladin dwarf?
Yep, mountain dwarf specifically.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so your characters are currently up in Icewind Dale. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially as north as you could possibly get in the Faerun. It's a series of mountains, and very little live up here in this area. Specifically, you guys are in an area known as 10 Towns, which is a small, loose confederation of 10 towns that all kind of watch each other's back in case something bad happens. You are in the worst of these 10 towns, a place called Carrick-Konig. Carrick-Konig is a small, little crappy town of 250 people that's as far north as you possibly can get. It's a harbor town because the ferry is really the only way to get to this location. You can come by road, but it's terrible. It's the worst thing possible. So most people get to this town via ferry. You as PCs are all here for whatever reason. You have already made accommodations to stay at the inn in Carrick-Konig, and that's kind of how your adventure starts. You've been dropped off by the ferry. It's late in the morning, and you're walking your way through town. The scene is this
morning.
Yes,
early morning,
past midnight.
Okay,
dawn is coming up soon.
So early morning.
Early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the night sky is clear, but the bitter cold drives you to your destination. You have rooms waiting at the northern light and are eager to get to shelter. The town is quiet. There are no guards or townsfolk roaming the street. Ahead, suddenly, you hear the violent shattering of a crate. As you look towards the noise, you see a large tree shaking violently, followed by the sounds of low roars. And
mage armor.
You guys should see yourself currently deployed on the screen. You guys are walking that way. I'll ping the map to kind of show this is the tree that you saw shaking.
Okay.
And just for your reference, Chris, I have 120-foot dark vision.
Okay.
Shadow Sorcerer.
Best you can see right now of the noise and everything is just the tree was shaking a bit. There's no snow on it currently. Snow's everywhere else.
There's no people around the tree?
No, you haven't seen a single person since you showed up.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Time to go investigate the tree.
Well, we have to head in that direction anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, so just tell me
With
like
that
who
large
wants to
puddle.
move first.
Paladin, you go first.
Yeah, that sounds fair. I'm
I'll
gonna
shrink
avoid
the
that
screen a little
large
bit.
puddle. Don't want to get my nice ex-military boots muddy.
All right.
And I
So you're just gonna-
prestidigitation for you if it happens.
Oh, perfect.
You're just gonna walk straight up then?
Yeah,
Avoiding the
yeah,
puddle?
sure. Let's walk right up.
All
I'm a
right.
paladin. I'm
So
a brave person. I'm gonna get.
So
jumped
you
on
just
there.
go stomping up, and from your vantage point, where you saw the tree, I'll move the screen a little bit. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Where's my perception on here? There it is. Where's my D20? There's my D20. I have a glass desk. I'm gonna actually move over here so it's not so loud. 18 plus 1, so 19.
Okay, you definitely see something extremely large on the other side of the tree, and it kind of looks like it's got weird, kind of gooey tentacles coming off of its like upper torso area, like around the shoulders.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'll just motion people to like walk forward. Because obviously I don't know what it is, and maybe one of the wizards or sorcerer know because they're smart people.
I will follow anyways, even though I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I just fight things, obviously.
Very brave of you. Brave of you to assume that we are intelligent.
Well, you do the magic. I assume.
Well, for some of us, it's
will
just
work.
natural.
That's true. I just kind of motion to follow, but I'll just like kind of walk forward. Do they look hostile? Whatever the thing is.
It just looks like it's doing something behind the tree. You hear the breaking of crates and the snapping of wood. So, did the rest of you guys want to move forward?
Yeah.
Kai, what would I do an athletic check to try and climb up on top of this house to our right?
Sure.
I guess to the west of the party. I guess technically the best way to do it.
Make sure I get the right person.
And I was gonna go ahead and just walk towards it,
Okay.
kind of calmly, because I don't know exactly the situation going on. I'm not
Let
gonna
me-
be stupid and run in.
Let me move them first.
You're fine.
So,
I was just letting you know.
Galen
move.
and
I'll move south 5 spaces. Can I see it from there?
you can see the same thing that I kind of described. You see this massive creature. You can tell with your dark vision that the gooey tentacle things are just covered in mouths that seem to just be opening and
that doesn't
closing.
sound good.
Arcana to identify it, maybe?
You can roll a
Or
nature
some other
check.
nature. Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm not trying.
that's a 7. So
Do you want me to try? I have dark vision too. I could give it a shot.
Okay, yeah, give it a shot.
Okay.
And what was the athletics check for climbing up on the roof?
Oh,
I got
I hadn't rolled
12.
yet. I was waiting for confirmation to roll.
Just
so
12.
10 athletic plus 3, 13.
Okay. So you make it up on the roof. And for your nature check on the creature, you don't know anything natural that is covered in mouths.
So that is a Booglebang. Terrifying creatures. They eat people. I'm certain that it has no good intentions in this town.
Is that you just shitting?
Yes.
Yes, figured. Can I have a divine sense? I can tell if it's evil or good.
Okay.
Yeah, get used to it. Everything I say is a lie.
Okay, cool. I
Oh, boy.
figured.
So you use your divine sense, and you get kind of a weird reading back. The thing with all the mouths doesn't ping against you, but the massive thing does ping as evil.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just like pull out my mace and get ready, and my shield, and kind of just walk slowly towards it first to indicate that I'm going to fight this thing with the rest of the group without saying anything.
Oh, it's finger
So
gun time.
around the puddle, or
Yeah, around it, because I don't want to make the splashy noise. That's a little loud.
Good call.
you want to try to do it as stealth, or
And I'm not really trying to sneak. It's just to make it clear that I'm gonna go deal with this thing with the rest of the party.
okay. So you
probably gonna need
walk
backup.
around to where you currently are on the map, and you kind of notice as the thing seems to perk up and like starts looking around.
Like, is it gonna look around towards me, or is it like looking around in another direction?
It's trying to find the thing that's walking towards it.
Okay.
I will maneuver. Yep. I'll maneuver closer and get my my short bow ready.
Okay, so right about there.
Is this
Yeah.
a snowdrift right next to me, by the way?
So
Or is that a tree?
this tree covered in snow.
Gotcha.
Tree
okay.
covered in snow. Tree covered in snow.
Cool.
Okay.
And this actually is just giant. It's not a giant puddle. It's a giant thing of ice. Now that you're that
Ooh.
close to it.
Okay. What are the?
How
How
from
is each of these squares a 5-foot square, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess it's Nick. Nick, you're the rogue, right?
Mhm.
Okay. From your vantage point, Nick, from where you can see, give me a perception check, and I'll tell you get any better idea of what the thing is.
18.
You're pretty certain that thing is a Yeti. You've heard stories of just giant snow monsters, and you think that thing is that.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna, at this point in time, unhide it because you can kind of see in that direction. But it is currently searching around. It is just going to take a step out from behind the tree. Alex, your character's still standing there.
Yep.
Kind of still moving his way forward. All right.
Yep.
So it'll take a step out from behind the tree. You guys are all ready. You're not surprised by this large thing, and just roll initiative. Tell me what you get.
All right.
11.
6.
13. I was expecting the big CG dice to just come flying across the screen.
My die was like almost got cockeyed and then just stopped and rolled over one digit. I'm like, damn it, low one.
Sorry, Nick, what did you get again?
I have a total of 6. It was gonna be a 16 and then like flipped over on the 3. I'm like, damn it.
It's a fucking miracle. I actually rolled high.
Yeah. Galen, what did you get?
13.
13. All right. So starting off would be Jay.
Okay. I want to move to the right a space, and I still have good line of sight of this thing.
Yeah, from right here, just one space down, you'll have perfect line of sight on them.
Yeah, I guess that'll work then. I'm just going to toss a firebolt at it.
Okay. Now there's kind of two things now that it's kind of emerged from behind the tree. There's that gooey thing on the back and the Yeti itself.
Would it be easy to hit the smaller one?
Either or, yeah.
Yeah, let's throw the firebolt at the thing attached to the Yeti.
All right.
It's total 11.
11's good enough.
Holy shit, that hit.
Oh wow.
2d10. Whopping 7 points of damage.
All right. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So that weird thing just starts kind of like the mouths start moving and gibbering and just like chattering in kind of pain as it gets hit by the fireball.
Firebolt.
Firebolts, yeah. It doesn't seem to do anything, and it is Galen's turn.
I would never sully myself with casting Fireball.
Let's see. Using my diminutive gnomish stature, I'm gonna tuck under these frosty boughs of this tree next to me. From within that, can I still is that still line of sight? And what's the range from here to there?
45 to the Yeti.
45 to the Yeti.
45 to the Yeti. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna I'll sling a magic missile that away.
Okay, at the Yeti or the thing?
Probably the thing, because it looks kind of fleshy and terrible.
Okay.
He's not the
These are dangerous, but I'm more concerned with that other thing. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
If I don't know what it is, it's probably worse. So, do I just click this cast button here?
Yeah.
Ka-chow. Does it do anything?
Don't roll dice when you do it. If you're
if you're using D&D Beyond, you hit cast. That's going to mark it off on your sheet, and then you click the damage numbers.
Okay.
And it will roll the damage numbers.
Cool.
Oh, that's right, because there's no attack roll for this.
Correct.
5 damage. Is it per level? I forget how the magic missile works.
It should add it up all together. So you did a total of 5.
If you look at your spells, like under spells, as you scroll down, you'll see Magic Missile at first level, and Magic Missile at second level, and Magic Missile at third level.
Okay. Oh, and there's the slots. All right, I was wondering how that was functioning. All right, cool.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so you've let loose some magic missiles from underneath the tree. The snow kind of just bounces off the tree branches as you're firing those things off, and you hit the mass of weird mouths pretty squarely. It seems to not like the damage, but it's still attached. Anything else?
So I have not played a whole lot of 5e. Played a little bit with Nick.
Yeah.
But are there any other like actions to use?
There's the bonus action that you could still use if you had something to use a bonus action, and you still have 25 feet of movement left that you could use as movement.
So you're playing a wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you'll have an action, movement, and a bonus action. A bonus action as a wizard, it would have to be a spell that specifically says is cast as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm not sure which ones you've got, so.
Misty Step is a good example of something that everybody usually has. It's a bonus action move. All right.
Okay. Yep, I think that'll do it for me then. If you could actually move me 1 square to the left, however, that would be final resting spot.
Okay.
Turn.
Final resting spot. All right. Alex, you're up.
So I got a couple questions. The fleshy thing, since we're attacking that, can I reach it with melee or no?
Yeah, you just have to be adjacent to it.
Okay. I say my walk is 25 feet, but what's my run? And can I run and attack, or is it only like run?
So you're of the 3 actions you have you have your action, which is like attacking or doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Then your move, which is your 25 feet, and then your bonus action. You can use your action to have another move, but then you don't get to attack or anything like that.
Okay.
So you could move 25 and then use your action to move another 25.
Okay. And I also have like a spell that's protection from evil and good, but I was reading it. Do I have to name the creature? It says I have to against certain types of creatures, and I have no idea what kind of creature this is.
Well, I mean, now that it's exposed itself, you know that it is a Yeti. And I believe protection from good and evil. Let me just look at the verbiage for you. Sorry. So your spell ends until the spell ends. One willing creature you touch, it could be yourself. Against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The Yeti that you guys are fighting, you would just know is a natural creature of Faerun, so it's nothing that you could really use protection of good and evil against.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any range attack, so I'm gonna have to move to get closer to it. And so I can.
What I would do just as a suggestion is I would move forward 25 and take the defensive action. So when it goes to attack you, you impose disadvantage upon it.
I didn't know the option. Yeah.
Okay.
You can. The other option is you hold your action, and when it gets within reach, like you could move up to 25, hold action, and when it gets within your reach, you could then throw an attack at it.
Okay. And also just a note, because I just remembered, I am a protection style fighter, so, yeah, I'll try to remember doing that for giving you guys advantage or the enemy's disadvantage on attacks on you.
If we're within 5 feet, that's really useful.
If you're close. Yeah.
All right, so you want to move forward in defensive action or move forward and ready and attack?
Let's do defensive right now since y'all are kind of using your range abilities. I'm going to hold it off.
Okay. So you move forward your 25 and you take the defensive action. All right. So up next would be the Yeti. It roars, just a loud roar, and it starts making its way straight towards you. As it gets closer, you notice that it is covered in wounds from head to toe. It looks like that creature, whatever it is attached to the Yeti just by holding onto it with like its many mouths, and that it's actually been eating at the Yeti. I use the term bloodied whenever a creature gets below half health. The Yeti is bloodied currently. But the Yeti, as it walks up to you, it's going to try to stare into your soul. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 19 plus 2, so 21.
All right. You feel as if like you yourself is getting froze over by this Yeti stare, but you're able to kind of shrug it off. And it finishes trudging up to you, and it makes 2 attacks against you, one with each claw.
Okay. With a shield, does that? I don't know.
It auto calculates it already into your AC.
Okay, cool.
And you are imposing disadvantage on it, which is really good. But even with disadvantage, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
And the second attack, I'm assuming 14 misses your AC, right?
Armor class, right? It's 18 for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The second attack, though, is going to be a 17.
Oh, wow.
All right. You can tell that even though this creature is bloodied, there's still a lot of power behind its swings.
All right.
All right. Nick, your turn.
All right. I will believe it's almost within range. Yeah. I'm going to use I'm going to fire a arrow from my short bow at the thing on top of the Yeti.
Okay.
I assume this is not. Well, this technically doesn't count as getting sneak attack bonus.
I mean, I'm considering it adjacent as long as the Yeti's adjacent. I'm considering the creature adjacent as well. So.
Okay, sweet. I gotta hit it first.
Qualify. Yeah.
It doesn't give me advantage, but I just don't have disadvantage. Okay.
Right.
Make sure with 18 plus 6. 25.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
My d6 there. So what's it? Sneak attack is an extra 3d6. 3d6 on top of the one area deal.
Yep.
All right. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, sweet. 10, 26. 10, 26? 22?
22? All right, yeah. So you loose your little arrow bolt, and it just flies right through that massive mouths, and you rip a big hole through it. It is bloodied.
Woohoo!
Anything else?
I'm comfy up on my rooftop.
Okay. Then Jay, your turn.
Right. Get the distance.
I'm
60
gonna
feet.
pop
Cool.
out for just a minute. So if it comes to my turn, I'm just gonna do melee on the squishy thing on the back.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to cast Mind Spike on the squishy guy.
All right.
I need a Wisdom saving throw from it. DC is 16.
It fails.
All right. It takes 14 psychic damage,
Okay.
and it cannot hide from me so long as it stays on this plane. I know where it's at.
Sounds good.
I am then going to do sorcerer things and quicken spell.
Okay.
Let's see. Figure out where everything's at on these sheets.
I think that's on the
Yeah,
main
I found
page,
it. It's in the features and traits, actually.
Yep.
When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, I can spend 2 points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action. So I'm just going to throw a firebolt at it.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 will hit.
It'll take 13 fire damage.
All right. Yeah. So you hit it with the firebolt, and it's not looking real good. A lot of the mouths are just kind of closed and hanging off of the Yeti, but it's still moving.
Somebody else gets to clean this up. That's my turn.
All right. All right. So this thing is just kind of still making weird noises and everything. And it kind of like regurgitates up this weird spittle and spits it right next to Nick and Galen's characters. I need you both to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Sweet.
AFK for just a second.
11.
Okay.
12.
You are both blinded.
Oh no. What does that do?
The blinded condition, you can't see and automatically fail any checks that require sight, and attack rolls against the creature against you have advantage, and attack rolls that you make have disadvantage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. It is Galen's turn.
All right. Well, shit. Looking at spells that don't have a V next to them.
I think it's verbal.
I thought that was that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, verbal
Verbal
somatic.
somatic. Okay.
Yeah, it's anything that has anything that says like a target you can see. Nope.
Oh,
Magic missile, I believe.
I think it was like that's what I was
Target you
thinking.
can see.
Ah.
Is it a target you can see?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, it doesn't need a target you can see. Area of effect spells.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh boy.
Most of them require a point in space that you can see.
Oh, really? Stevie, go on. I can't look at the. Oh, there is that.
We should fix our blindness.
What happened?
You're blinded?
Yes.
Yeah, we got blind. We got oozed.
Oh no.
That thing with many mouths kind of spit at those two, and it flashed at them like a flashbang grenade almost, and blinded them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I can. This is if it does have such a stipulation. It doesn't say on my little spell card here, but I'm gonna cast Thunderclap. You create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 thunder damage.
You get to pick who takes this.
Yes, I get to pick who takes it. I don't
Okay.
because I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many people I can exclude from it.
If it doesn't say in the spell, then no, you can just exclude whoever.
Well, I think the exclusion comes from the spell shaping sculpt spells. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, choose a number that's equal to 1 plus the spell's level. So I get to pick one person not to get messed up by this. I'm gonna pick the other scrawny nerd.
No, honestly, I actually have a really good con saving throw.
All right, well then I'm gonna give it to the chubby kid on the roof.
Like, I am blind on the roof. Please have mercy.
I just remember that Nick
Everyone
climbed
else
up
has
and
to
he's
make a
like the chubby
constitution.
kid that climbed on top of the roof.
I am like Code the Panda. I had to just envision the cookies up there.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Everyone else has to make a Constitution saving throw within 100 feet of me, or take 2d6 thunder damage.
All right, okay. Oh, that's
What's your
not
save?
good.
My save is, I think, I assume it's just the one here on my sheet here.
Yeah, 15.
Yep, 15.
All right. I will say that even though your character can't see this, neither the Yeti or the thing full of mouths is affected by that sound.
Oh.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
So you definitely take damage.
I got a
What was it,
24.
2D what?
2d6.
Do you want me to roll it or you want to roll it?
I'm gonna roll it.
All right.
Oh, you take 12 damage.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Lord.
So do these things not have ears?
It does.
know,
So even on a fail, it says you must succeed the con saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. So they still take, I'm going to say
Okay.
this point, half.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure. I didn't see.
So that still takes 6.
yeah.
Okay, if they
Alright.
pass, that makes sense.
As I sit here with my shield, all I hear is this loud screeching noise. Just
It's
look
more
back
of
at you,
a
shooting
big-
daggers. Yeah, it's like.
I love the
Just
fact that
clap
you.
really loud.
I love that you ended up going with thunder damage against this guy. 'Cause, I mean, I know actually what it is, and yeah, that's not gonna do
Krakatoa.
much.
Krakatoa.
All right.
I figured
So-
frost damage wouldn't be super helpful.
Probably
Yeah.
not against. Definitely not against the Yeti.
So your thunder sound goes out. All your friends kind of reel in pain as your thunder sound hits them. And you all will notice that the thing full of mouths just kind of slumps on top of the Yeti and then flops onto the ground off of the Yeti.
Nice.
Yay!
Is the Yeti still aggressive?
Do I get the
The-
XP for that? I'm just kidding.
What did you say?
Do I get the XP for that?
If you want to see more about the Yeti, insight checks will probably be the best route for that.
Gotcha.
Insight? I can do.
So, Alex, it is your turn. You just saw the thing fall off the Yeti. The Yeti standing there in front of you. It's still kind of holding its ears from the noise.
I rolled a 7 on my insight.
Okay.
I was trying to see if it's still aggressive.
I rolled a 19 for a total of 19.
12?
Well, no, you can do it on your turn as an action.
Oh.
Okay, never
Oh,
mind
okay.
then.
So, Alex, from what you can tell, that Yeti it doesn't seem to be as enraged as it was when the thing was on its back.
Okay. I'm still gonna have my shield up and like holding my mace, like just in ready stance. So I was gonna take like a hold action, I guess.
Okay. So your action was to do the insight check.
Okay.
But I'll just give you that you're taking another defensive action with it too.
That works.
All right. So up next is the Yeti. You see as the Yeti kind of shakes its head and kind of regains some of its senses, and just begins to barrel past Alex's character. Oops.
Just runs away.
Oh. Bye.
So as it runs by, you can make opportunity attacks against it if you wish.
I'm good if it's running.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good. We're cool.
If he's
just
dipping,
be
I'm
right
cool with
back.
that.
I don't want this giant Yeti that is now within 5 feet of me to turn on me.
All right. And since you are leaving it alone, it does just double move and just continues to run out of the city.
Awesome.
Oh, fuck Icewind Dale.
So yeah, you guys are out of initiative now.
Cool.
All right.
I think it's time to go get inside where it's actually warm.
Seconded.
All right.
I'm gonna try and clear the gunk out of my eyes before I try to climb down.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check to see if you land on the ground successfully.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey, Chris, I doubt this will even come up, but just in case it matters for this thing, I actually do wear an amulet of proof against detection and location.
I saw that.
Okay. That's the character trait. Like that was always his thing. Is he never wants to be spied on. So
18, by the way.
Okay, yeah. So you make it down, and you guys kind of see the fact he kind of just cool like a little flip as he jumps off the roof and just lands a perfect landing.
pretty good for a fat kid.
It's kind of impressive.
I would have thought you would bounce.
No. So you do that when you go higher. It's all about tucking and rolling then.
You've given me ideas, Nick. Next game I'm playing a drunken monk that's fat.
You need to play a gummy bear.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get turned into a bear lycanthrope.
So as the Yeti runs out of town, does anyone have a passive perception better, 14 or better?
Yes. 15.
Okay. So as you're kind of watching the Yeti run out of town, you kind of look up to this massive mountain that's right next to Carrot Koenig. It's a mountain called Kelvin's Cairn, and it's a very legendary mountain. A lot of histories involved with that mountain. And as you're kind of watching the Yeti run away, and you kind of look up, you kind of just see like these weird like blue, purple, and white explosions happening about halfway up the mountain. They just seem to catch your eye.
Huh.
Don't see that every day.
Yeah. Oh.
So as you guys are kind of looking up at that, behind you, you hear loud stomping and the clattering of metal. As you turn around, as you guys turn around towards the sound, you see a massive Goliath standing behind you. He stands nearly 8 feet tall and stares you all down. After a few moments, in a gruff voice, he says, "So, new adventurers all the way up here in this cold town. Interesting. I got a job for you. Meet me in that fort in the morning." And he points up to where the fort, this old ruined fort, is, right on the outskirts of town. And he goes, "Now, if you excuse me, I have a matter to attend to." And he heads in the direction of where the Yeti was running.
Just sort of look at the other three.
So,
and I reiterate, fuck Icewind Dale. This place is crazy.
All right, well, straight to the point.
Yeah. Guess we got a job.
I can always use some extra money.
All right, so I guess you guys just want to continue your way towards the inn.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the inn, Jeeves. I'm buying.
There's some snow on my my finery that that simply will not stand.
I can prestidigitation that off if you'd like.
I mean, if you're offering.
Yeah, I'll cast prestidigitation to clean him right up.
Oh, excellent. I need to keep someone like you around more often.
I find it to be a very useful cantrip.
So many uses. All right, so you guys head, through the rest of the town. Again, it's very. You don't see any townsfolk. There's no guards, but nothing else exciting happens to you on the way to the inn. The inn again is called the Northern Light. When you get inside, you see two sisters, and they're kind of like upset with each other and arguing with each other when you first walk in through the door. But once they notice that you're there, they quickly kind of like stop arguing with each other and address you guys as you come in. You state, that you have rooms here, and they give you the proper keys, and you guys can go spend, the rest of the night in the inn. You guys want to do anything else in the evening time, or just gotta wait until morning?
Yeah, I mean,
other than drinking for the evening, nope, that's it.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Playing rock paper scissors with my mage hand. That's probably about it.
They do suggest that if you want to have more alcohol, they do have a small tavern and some food here at the inn, but they definitely suggest to check out the Hook, Line, and Sinker Tavern.
Hooker, Line, and Sinker. I'm there.
It's the best of the 3 taverns in town.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, we'll probably just spend the night throwing dice and whatnot.
All right. If you guys do go to the hook, line, and sinker this evening, when you walk through the door, it is still very early in the morning, so there's not very many patrons. There's just a singular bodyguard and one bartender that will serve you if you wish.
That's right. I forgot it was after midnight at this point. No, probably
Yeah.
just go to sleep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then the following morning happens. You guys notice that the town is much livelier than it was during the evening hours. There are plenty of townsfolk running around doing things.
Okay. Sorry, that's the last time I will be away.
No problem. If you guys wish to go to the tavern, you guys will make it to the tavern. Its owner, Eglandar, will actually meet you at the door and hand you a half pint of beer as you walk through the door.
Mm.
I like this place already.
Mhm.
See, I knew
You were
coming to
saying this
Icewind
place
Dale was
sucks.
Icewind Dale. It's a wonderful place.
But beyond that, you can find any kind of spirits that you guys will want to partake in. And it's a lot of sailors in this bar. It is the hook, line, and sinker. But this is a harbor town, so that's not
That's a good
unusual.
name.
I will spend whatever time we are in the bar carousing with the locals, making them feel like I'm one of them, even if I'm not.
Okay. You get a lot of comments that everything's a lot better since the pirates stopped attacking all the harbor towns.
Is this lake big enough to have pirates?
Yes, actually.
Well, for a fee, I'm sure we could deal with any of them that come around.
Well, they were handled about 9 years ago is when they were at the height of their power, and the towns kind of rallied against them and took most of them out. So they've been pretty much gone, but every once in a while, a bunch of ruffians will get a small ship and try to, pirate, but never successfully.
Anybody know anything about the fireworks on the mountain last night?
Yeah, I was figuring some wizards were having some sort of battle up there or something.
When you mentioned that, no one knows anything about that.
Did someone already mention to them? Sorry, because I stepped away, about the thing we just encountered?
Not yet.
Yeah, you know.
Feel free.
Yep, I'll do that then.
So when you mentioned the fact that there was a Yeti and some weird kind of like mouth tentacle creature, they just went, "Oh, that's interesting," and just kind of carrying on about their day. They didn't really seem to give it much concern.
Huh.
Is the body of the fleshy mouth thing still on the ground outside?
You guys want to go back there and investigate it?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
As well.
All right.
I'm going. That's right. Probably should have done that.
Probably.
So when you guys
Adventure
get back to that area, you'll notice that the ground in which that mouthing creature died on, it kind of looks like a little like gooey and oozy, but the creature itself is missing. You do also notice that there is a man kind of going through the shattered wagon and the broken cart, and the broken crates. He's kind of sobbing gently.
No.
They were attacked by a Yeti.
He kind of responds like, "Oh, so that's what happens."
Yep. We saw it smashing things when we came into town late last night.
Has this happened multiple times?
He goes, "No, I mean, whenever there's problems, usually the giant guy just takes care of it. I assumed he stopped or killed whatever this was."
The big guy who went chasing after it.
Where's metal armor?
Yeah.
Bunch of metal armor.
It's kind of hard to miss him.
Really heard him coming.
He's not one for being quiet.
I'm gonna kind of take a look at the gooey spot on the ground and I guess see if it's can determine its origins or whatnot.
I was gonna do the same thing.
Sure. Give me a nature check.
As you're done playing with the disgusting sludge on the ground, we should probably
22.
go find that guy.
Let me see what mine is, because I was doing the same thing.
So when your 22 nature check on the thing,
Oh wow.
you've heard of like weird, like things from like the deepest space or weird planescapes before in the past. You're guessing maybe this is something from those things because it doesn't look natural and it just seems to be made of ooze and mouths.
Is it magical at all?
No.
Okay.
So, you guys want to do anything else?
I'll ask this guy, hey, which way to the fort? The big guy said something about meet him at a fort this morning.
Oh, he kind of points up to the ruined fort that's just to the north of town. It's called the Rune Care. It's a fort. He mentions a fort that they built generations ago, but it never can stand up to any kind of weather or war. So they've just left it as a kind of decrepit monument to poor craftsmanship.
So you guys want to go out there, check that place out?
Sounds like a plan.
So you got to.
Can't really think of anything else to do.
Yeah,
So it only
had
take-
a good time.
It only takes you a few minutes to get up to where it is. Like I said, it's attached to the town of sorts. So when you guys get up there, around you are collapsed walls destroyed by weather, age, and assault. Behind the walls is a half-destroyed garrison, its doors frozen open by snow and ice. As you walk inside, you see a large open foyer with a missing roof. A room is filled with supplies and one very large bed. Behind a large desk stands a massive Goliath, the one from the previous night. He is motionless, staring up at Kelvin's Cairn in silence.
I guess as we walk in, I was just gonna say hello.
After a few moments, the giant Goliath will kind of like look down at you and kind of just like nod you guys inside. You said your character was a soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get the feeling that this man may also be a soldier. Everything here is very orderly. Like the bed is made. You feel like if this could be any kind of barracks that you ever would walk into.
Okay.
So this giant man is still just quietly looking up at the mountain. Any
chance he has a campfire or anything going here?
No, there is no heat in this entire building.
Well then, how am I going to heat my tea?
And I this is the guy who chased the Yeti, correct? Because I stepped away when
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll ask him. Did he take care of the Yeti? Did you take care of it? Where'd it go?
So he kind of stops staring at the mountain, turns around to you, and kind of looks at you and goes, "Eventually, I caught up with it. It was wounded, didn't put up much of a fight, and I put it out of its misery."
I'll ask him. So what was the deal with the Yeti in town, and what was the thing on its back?
He says that he has no idea what it was, the thing on its back at least. But a lot of strange creatures have been appearing more commonly ever since the explosions on Kelvin's Cairn have been occurring. He's even encountered a few demons, which is extremely odd.
Well, based on, I took a look at the what was left of the small mouthy creature. It whatever it was, I don't think it was necessarily of this world. Nothing I've seen before on the ground anyway.
Yeah, he kind of shrugs like I'm not much of a knower of monsters, just kind of killer of them.
Fair enough.
You think those fireworks are summoning these creatures?
Something. I went up the mountain and investigated as much as I could, as far as I could. I did find a suspicious entrance halfway up the mountain. Unfortunately, as you may have noticed from last night, I am more needed in town than venturing through any kind of dungeon or lost ruins. So I'm hoping you can go investigate that area for me.
Conveniently, my name is Mikhail, Ruin Explorer. They love to pay me to go explore ruins.
The speaker of this town is willing to pay you all for your services.
Excellent. Well, I'll go have a
Then it seems
conversation
you
with him.
got- It seems you got a team of ruin explorers.
All right.
That's good. If you
By the
can,
way, nice ruins you're living in here.
thank you.
Use a little extra decor, but not too bad. Maybe some wallpaper or something.
I've tried to make it my own. No one else is living here, so I just moved in.
Well,
It's free real estate.
Yeah, it's free real estate.
Trying not to say it.
So
I heard he's a squatter.
Squatter rules.
So the Goliath will kind of rummages some papers that he has on his desk, and he'll hand one of you a rolled up map. He goes, "It's not much, but it's a crude map showing the path I took to the suspicious entrance. It was relatively easy for me to get there, so you shouldn't have any difficulties."
We'll let our cartographer have that.
Okay,
That's right, you are a cartographer.
When you take a look at the map as a cartographer, this is just a guy who basically took a crayon on the back of a Denny's menu and just drew a picture.
I'm looking over the shoulder at this map, and I'm just so if I give you like paper and charcoal, you can do a better job, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Like, good job. That's better than what I can do.
Again, he's like, my specialties are killing, not.
It's fine. We can at least understand it. That's all that really matters.
Yep. He says, if you can, when you get up to this entrance and get in there, I don't know what's going on inside there, but if it's evil, stamp it out.
Oh, I'll take care of that.
I look at everybody else. Hey, so let's go get paid. Let's go talk to this guy.
Sounds like a plan.
Let me just run.
Gonna mosey on out.
Yeah.
He again says the speaker will pay each of you 600 gold once you finish the investigation.
So he's okay. So we don't even have to go talk to him.
No.
Oh, all right.
Ooh, even better.
Hey, is there anywhere in this town to buy healing potions?
The Goliath thinks about it for a little bit, and it's like, yeah, there's a place called Frozen Far Expedition, run by a veteran ranger. He can provide you any gear that you may need, including health potions.
What was the name of this place?
Frozen Far Expeditions.
Okay, that's all right. That's different from what I heard. I thought you said Frozen Fart.
I thought I heard that, but I just kind of used contact clues.
That's a good name for a bar, though.
Because I am the one who took. Well, we all took damage, but I'd like to heal up before we go into exploring some ruins.
Well, when you rested at the end, you'd be back up to full health and all your spells back.
Oh, nice.
That would have been a long rest. The Goliath does mention that, don't be afraid of the sticker shock. You are as north can be at the edge of the world, so things are kind of expensive.
Good to know. Yeah, let's go shopping.
Let's do it. Shopping spree.
Right.
So you guys leave the Goliath behind and you go to the store. You get in there, there's an old elven man, definitely a ranger just by looking at him. He'll let you guys buy anything that's in the player's handbook for adventuring gear at double the cost.
Where can I find that?
Right. I can give you a quick link in
the player's handbook, page 153.
I was hoping maybe it would be on D&D Beyond.
It is. Let me get a link for you. I was actually just looking at it there.
Oh, player's handbook, you said? I think I found it.
Yeah. And then it's under adventuring gear.
Buying a climber's kit.
It's nice this thing has a built-in dice roller.
Fucking climber's kit's gonna be 50 gold.
Sprig of mistletoe.
It does have a dice roll. You have to click on the numbers for it to roll.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how much gold did we
that weird
start
3D
with?
die.
You guys are level 5, so you have at least 500 gold.
Oh, okay.
You didn't even say that. I was just going off what the classes had.
Well, that's very different.
Yeah, one thing
I got 25 gold. I'm living large.
One thing I actually added into the update of my draft for this playtest is starting off with 500 gold and one uncommon magic item. So I had to add that in.
All right, cool. Let's see.
So he does have potions, but they're going to be 100 gold as opposed to 50.
Yes.
I'll buy 2.
I'll buy 2 and an alchemist's fire, I think.
Make sure. Well, what you want to make sure you have is things to survive on a frozen mountain.
Yeah.
Take a look here. What I got.
No, I don't need a lantern. I have dark vision. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I was just thinking
dark.
that.
We can't see the dark. I don't like this.
I was like, oh yeah, I should get one of those. No, superior dark vision. Don't need it.
I'm trying to see if there's anything for like climber's kit.
I'm trying to think. I'm
That
probably
might actually be useful since we're in like a tundra kind of like area.
Don't worry too much about.
But...
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about fire. Like I can just at will create bonfire.
Oh, cool. Well, then I don't have to worry about freezing.
I got explorer's pack. That seems useful.
Okay.
Cool.
Anything else you guys want to buy?
I need to get something to help me out with seeing in case something goes wrong.
I mean, you would have these 10 torches in your base gear.
I was looking for. I was thinking we had I know Pathfinder has sun rods or moon rods. I was gonna say they had those in there, but I'm not seeing them.
I think they took it out of the base adventuring gear.
Yeah, it's probably out of it. Yeah, I was just looking at the shop to see if we could get it, but yeah, I don't think it's
I'm
here.
gonna buy 1 potion of healing.
Those are useful.
Just for backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, torch would be fine. Torch should just do.
What are the potions listed, by the way? Are they under?
They're
actually
gears. Yeah,
gotcha.
Potion. You can buy a basic healing potion for 100 gold at this place. It'll heal 2d4 plus 2.
I'll buy 2.
Okay. All right. Anything else in town before you guys head off?
2 potions. Did our adventuring gear come with a rope? I think it did.
Yes, it does come with 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
It depends on what adventuring gear you get, but yes, a lot of them do.
Okay. Then we'll do that, and oh, never mind. A spyglass is going to be 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be good with the potions of healing.
I try to figure out if it's like, should I get holy water? Because I don't know if it actually does anything, but I'm a paladin.
Yeah, I mean, if
there's no undead, it's useless. If there are, it's useful.
Yeah,
got it. I won't worry about it. I didn't know what it does.
Right.
I'll also get some caltrops because you never know.
No.
Okay. All right then. So with that, you guys gonna start headed up the mountain?
There's one more thing. Hold on, I was looking for. I'm gonna buy a bunch of. I'm gonna buy. That's 1 gold piece. I'm gonna buy 10 extra rations.
Yeah, okay. I've got rations as well.
I'm just buying extras.
Yep.
Snacks.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can just eat each other.
I'm bringing snacks. You don't want me hungry. You don't want me getting hangry. I get stabbed when I'm hangry.
You should have had a Snickers.
Me try that against a big bad Shadowmore. Just walk up and give him a Snickers bar.
Be like a mini Snickers for like $20.
You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. I have this advantage when I'm hungry.
And there we have the next intro for the podcast.
And I'll buy 1 vial of acid.
All right. Sounds like you guys are prepared. So long journey up the mountain. All right. So you guys are heading up the mountain, and you're following the map, and Kelvin's Cairn is like I said, it's a very legendary mountain in the spine of the world, and there's a lot of people that usually try to get in there and plunder its many vast histories and treasures and stuff like that. So there's a nice common path for you guys to walk up from initially, but then the map kind of shows you going off the main road, and there's a path that you guys could follow. So you start following it, and you start following this path, and then all of a sudden it seems to have disappeared. I need someone to give me a perception check to kind of find the path again.
I got 13.
Okay. So you think you found the path, and you can continue down that way, and then, to your surprise, you're at the bottom of the mountain.
Oh no!
Oh, damn
You
it.
all lost an entire day of traveling because of
Oh
that.
no!
So you
Yep.
start making your way back up. You get back to the spot you guys were before.
So now
You
I
find
have
this-
6 days of rations.
You find the spot that you were like, yeah, this was the way to go, and you went the opposite way, and everything was fine. So further up the mountain, you guys continue going up, and still not. It's a relatively easy trip so far. So you guys make camp, and in the middle of the night, while you guys have kind of made camp and are resting from this long journey, the temperature outside drops dramatically very fast. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's what create bonfires for, man.
Yeah. I got a 13 again.
10.
Constitution is the saving throws up at the top
10.
here.
Yeah.
Top left.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
17.
What'd you get, Jay?
19.
Somebody got a 10, right?
Me. I got 10.
Yeah. You weren't sitting close enough to the fire all
Oh my
night.
god, you're the fat kid. You have to have like. Come on.
I have insulation. I thought it would be safe.
You take 10 cold damage
Oof.
from that night, and you're unable to benefit from your next short rest.
Ooh.
Is it 10?
Yep.
Oh boy. Cannot benefit from next short rest. Oh, he's not good.
So you guys break camp and continue going up the mountain.
You get to stay in the tent tomorrow.
I'm gonna need that.
And as you guys are kind of going up, the path seems to have disappeared yet again. This time, as much as you guys look around, you can't really find the path. I need someone to give me a survival check.
Anyone have survival as a skill?
Nope.
That the rogue doesn't have survival.
I
Does
didn't
the
know
paladin
he.
have survival?
I mean, I can do it, but I'm not trained in it.
I mean, I've got. Yeah, I'm
Well,
not trained
alright.
in it.
I'd say let the paladin make it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I failed this the first time. Don't. All right.
Oh
that's
boy.
true. We are trusting.
I got a 9. Anyone else
Alright.
want to roll for it?
I mean, I think we could aid to give
Yeah, can we
advantage.
aid? Yeah.
If you're trained in it, you can aid.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Anyone
Yeah.
trained in it?
No.
Basically, we want the person with the highest wisdom modifier to make the roll.
Am I literally the highest one? I have a +1 on my wisdom.
I have a
I've
plus
got a plus
2.
2.
You guys
Okay.
do it. You guys
How
go
the
for
fuck does
it.
the paladin have lower wisdom than you guys?
I don't know, man.
I put most of my stuff in charisma and strength because that's what I thought paladins needed.
I mean, yeah, they need that too. So
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
All right. So who's making the roll and what is it?
I'm throwing my survival die at Chris. 15.
All right. So you're sure that that the path is kind of up a little bit, just because of how the mountain is built. It seems to diverge and look like it goes down, but in reality, you need to kind of go up a little bit. You need to climb up a ledge. So you kind of figure that, and you keep going. And with that, as you guys round the cliff's edge, you spot what looks to be an entrance carved into the face of the cliff. It looks to be of dwarven make, And as you get closer, you feel an incredible heat coming from it. All the snow and ice around the entrance has melted away.
Ooh, warm.
How
This
inviting.
feels nice.
So let me just grab your characters and hope this map works.
Can I get like because I'm a dwarf. Is there like something I can tell from the entrance, like what kind of cave/ruin this is?
Um,
From the entrance, at
give
least.
me an insight check.
All right. Ooh, almost dropped my dice. Come on, 10.
What are you all doing back here? I deleted you. Okay. Normally I have like line of sight visions up on these things, but I didn't get a chance to do that. This is more just for me making a map. And
Sure.
so ignore the other rooms until you get to there. All right. So what was your insight check on the
10.
10? Even with that, being a soldier, do it with advantage because you're a soldier.
Okay. It's the same thing. It's 10.
You're bad.
I know I am. I've been getting bad rolls.
At very least, you know this is a dwarven garrison.
Okay.
Probably built into the mountain to basically serve as a lookout point. But no one's looking out.
It's empty.
It is
right?
unguarded, but it is brightly lit on the inside.
Interesting.
Should we knock?
There's no like gate holding it shut. It's just
No,
open.
that's an in-play comment.
Yeah. Okay.
Normally I would go in ready, like with my shield and mace out, but this is like a dwarven place. I'm just gonna kind of walk in.
You go first.
Yeah, I'll
I
go
don't see nothing.
first. It seems
All right.
fair.
Who would be after her?
When things go bad, I'll talk our way out of it.
I'll walk in behind her.
Okay.
I'll follow 5 feet. Just line me up in there somewhere.
Sure.
All right, I will follow behind as well.
All right.
Are there any like signs or any markings on the wall? Otherwise, just a regular old.
No, it just seems to be like a regular old garrison.
And
Sweet.
are these like fire pits or torches you got? Are they all lit like someone's been in here recently? Because that's what it kind of sounds like since it's been lit.
So yeah,
Is
like I
it
said,
normal fire or magical fire?
Yeah. There you go.
it is normal fire, and they seem to be just blaringly just going, and it's just they're burning through lots of fuel, keeping these things going.
Okay. And I don't know. Is it possible to like kind of tell that like people have walked through here recently? Like if they like have water on the floor from like snow melting off their shoes or something?
No, because there's really no snow outside. So even if they did go outside and come back in, it would dry up pretty quickly. It is almost like you're inside of a forge in this area.
Oh, okay. I don't have anything to add. I was just gonna keep walking forward unless someone else
Yeah,
had
we
something.
assume we go forward, or
Just
I'll
keep
be
moving.
listening
All right.
for stuff.
Okay.
But other than that,
All right, so you guys keep walking up, and Alex, you kind of get up to where like the corner is, and you kind of peer around the corner. And let me put them. I guess I got these guys in. So as you kind of peer around the corner, you see a table surrounded by Duragar. They seem to be enjoying some good food and drink as they converse with each other in Undercommon. Suddenly, you hear a small voice shout out in Undercommon. The Duragar turn towards your direction, grabbing their weapons and readying themselves for a fight.
what specifically did the voice say? Since I speak Undercommon.
I didn't
Intruders.
I didn't even do
Ah.
language for mine.
I
don't
speak
even know.
Common and Infernal. I don't understand a word they said, but I know what Duergar are. So
Yep.
All right, so I need you all to roll initiative.
Short.
Oh boy.
I got a 5, or sorry, a 3 because I have -1. I don't know
Hold on.
why, or I don't know
I
why.
gotta pull it up first.
17.
11.
So by the way, I'm just remembering quick. So did we just come into this place just because it was warm and inviting?
No, this was the entrance
This
that.
is the entrance place we were specifically.
This is where the
supposed to go,
map
right?
sent us, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And what are Duragard? Like
Dark dwarves.
Dark dwarves. Okay, I was like, I don't know what those are as a player.
I just dealt with some in the session I was in last night.
All right, so 1 second here. All right, Alex, what was your initiative?
3. Bad rolls over here.
Oh no.
Galen,
17.
Jay,
13.
and Nick.
11.
Okay. First up is something.
Oh, maybe it's because of my character's intelligence score. It gave me access to some languages.
Nick, you're up next.
Oh. Shit. Don't want to block the path, so actually, well, they're even more. They're more even backline of me. I'll start going around. So down 1 over 2.
Yeah, we can actually move through each other without disrupting. You just can't end in somebody else's space.
All right, I will end. I guess we'll call it parallel to the to Alex.
I'm sorry, did I say Nick? I think I meant Galen.
You said Nick, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Go, Galen, go.
Okay. I guess I'm
trying.
gonna. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to actually, so I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then, and I'm gonna go.
Forward.
Yep.
Man, from
I'm
my
gonna
own
go
heart.
forward.
All right, so you're gonna go to cast invisibility on yourself and move forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do you want to go from there?
I'm gonna kind of hang around by the right side door, and so I can just kind of see if anyone's coming from either direction.
Okay, so I'll move back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, perfect. Jay, you're up.
So we know that they are hostile, correct?
They seem to be.
All right.
They took up weapons and.
Yeah. Just wanted to verify before I go and try to fuck them up. So.
What are they saying anything to each other?
No, they'd still be kind of like getting up out of the table and like getting ready and like looking for what's gonna show up around the corner.
Gotcha.
All right. Move me up to the right 4 and up 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop a 30-foot cube with the right point being where that right dwarf is at.
All right.
And
So
I need wisdom saves from all those guys, plus anybody else in the cube.
So right about here.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
I am casting Hypnotic Pattern. You create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. Pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, they become charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Spell ends for an effective creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake it out of its stupor.
So those 3 failure saves. The other one rolled a 19 pluses modifier, and I'm assuming that passes. The rest got below a 10.
And I want to back up. I've got 10 feet of movement left, back up right below where Alex is at.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, sounds good.
I tell everybody, kill one at a time. Start with the guy who is not charmed.
Oh, which one in the was it in the circle?
I have little red dots on the ones that are charmed.
Yeah. I pretty much tell them, kill the guy in the
Okay.
back first.
Gotcha. They were hard to see. I see him now.
I see him.
Okay. Now it'd be Nick. Go, Cupcake, go.
Yep. Guess I will move.
AFK a second.
Guess I will step into the room. We'll have to see them, and I should have range with the short bow to shoot to the one in the back.
Yeah, you can get it from right here.
Yeah. Let's see, rolling. Oh boy. 4 plus 10.
10? 10 will be a miss.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. He's able to easily just kind of duck out of the way as the bolt travels over his head.
The next one's going through your eye.
All right, anything else?
I'm good here.
Okay. All right.
I'm probably gonna regret that, but
that Duragar that you shot at goes invisible.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Pops out of existence.
oh no, I don't like this.
All right. I'm gonna move
Hold
up.
on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. I think Jay just stepped away. Let me check the spell real quick. See if they could repeat the save or not. I don't remember. Of course he walks away right when we need him.
Also, shit, I did magic missile wrong before. It's supposed to be 3d4 plus 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, when you... Okay, it should have rolled all 3 and calculated it up.
Yeah, it's looking like specific. It's doing it for the other ones, but for magic missile in particular, it only rolls the 1d4.
Oh, okay.
And not one for each dart.
Jay, you back? All right. They can't shake out of the excuse me. They can't shake out of the charm. All right. So up now is going to be Alex.
Oh, she just walked to the kitchen.
Yeah, I thought I heard the timer going off. Like, am I going crazy?
Perfect timing.
So
Yep.
they're also charmed. They can't break out of it on their turn, right?
Yeah, they are charmed until either they take damage or somebody shakes them awake.
Okay. One of their guard turned invisible. That's all that's happened so far. We're waiting on Alex
Okay,
right now.
so the one that was in the back turned invisible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's back.
All right, Alex, it is your turn.
I was gonna move. I can't really do much. I was gonna move up, basically right where that torch starts at the entrance of the hallway.
Okay.
And because he's invisible, I don't know where he is. I'm actually just gonna take a defensive action.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so Alex, as you kind of get up to where this brazier is,
Mhm.
your passive perception is just enough to kind of look in there. Is like, that's weird. It's full of magma. Everything else is burning bonfire.
Okay.
And as you kind of take the defensive action, because those guys are charmed, you're kind of like hoping the invisible one pops out somewhere. You just notice that the magma itself begins to take form
Oh boy.
and turns into this weird
Fucking magman.
demon-like creature. And once it fully forms, it breathes fire upon you. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. My worst one. 14.
14. You're just in time. You're able to kind of get your shield in the way, but you still take some damage.
Okay.
You take 5 fire damage.
All right.
All right. And as soon as the fire flames just kind of stop coming up on you, you notice that the other one, the other brazier, turns into that same kind of weird magma creature This one, however, comes to here and breathes the fire upon Cupcake and Jay. I need you both to give me dexterity saving throws.
Not the cupcake.
Dexterity saving throws. All right, it's what I'm good at.
16.
I jinked myself. 10.
Oh.
Should have
All
said
right,
it.
so with a 10, you take 5 fire damage, and Jay, you take 2.
Wait, can I use my wait? I think there's something for this. Hold on.
You should have evasion, which will knock
Yeah,
it in
you're a
half.
rogue.
So.
Yeah, like I should have evasion, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 2.
It's a uncanny dodge, I think is what it's called now. 5e. Yeah. So it is. Yeah, I can have the damage. So how much?
It'd just be half, so it'd be 2.
Okay.
5th edition always round down.
Jay,
Uh-oh.
something stabs you in your like the back of your calf.
Cool. How much am I taking, and what's the number on my concentration check?
You take 1 piercing damage.
He's got ankle bit.
And an additional, an additional 18 psychic damage. As
Psychic.
this
Holy
tiny
camoli.
Duragar stabs you in the calf.
What a horrible little creature.
Little ankle biter. Okay.
So that's 19 damage I took, which makes
Jesus.
the concentration check. I don't remember. It's just a con save, isn't it?
Econ, it's the damage plus 5.
Well, no, it's different than that. I can never remember concentration checks.
All right, I'll hold it up. I'll pull it up.
203, 204. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
fine.
fine.
Some spells, blah, blah, blah. Taking damage. Whenever you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you just make a con saving throw to maintain your concentration. DC is 10 or half the damage you take, whichever is higher. So the DC is 10.
Okay.
I got a... What the fuck is that? Is that a 1 or a 2? What is the B on here? Oh, it's giving me a total of 25, so I think that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So I
Even
think I'm
with
still
all-
concentrating for the moment until I go unconscious from this guy fucking me up.
So-
buddy.
so yeah, and speaking of, he goes and stabs you again with the dagger.
Oh, no.
It's a second
This one-
second check at least. So
Damn it.
This is another 18 to hit.
it hits. My AC is 14, so
5, 10, 11, 12 piercing damage.
I'm still alive.
You might handle your shit because I got a magma baby in front of me.
I want to go back there, but yeah, I got another one next to me too.
Got a whole 5 hit points left. It's fine.
Oh no!
It's okay. I'll help.
I got a 23 to keep the spell going.
All right,
My fucking
spell's still going.
rolls, my rolls have been better than they ever have. I like using. I'm just gonna do all my rolls on fucking D&D Beyond now.
Maybe I need to do that with my horrible rolls right now.
1 second, guys.
I think if I try to move back there, I'll get an attack of opportunity on myself.
I mean, that thing is not going to do more than a couple points of damage to you. This guy's fucking me up.
Yeah.
All right, well, it is Galen's turn.
All right. Do I have line of sight on the horrible little creature?
I'm going to say it is a tiny creature. You can see through your other players. They don't obstruct your vision. It is a tiny man.
Is this just like a regularly proportioned Duragar, but like 6 inches tall?
Yes.
Is this the one that probably said intruders alert? Let me get. Is that?
Oh my god, we missed him.
I will say your passive insight. Well, yeah, that's probably the guy who screamed intruder.
Little asshole.
It was
it's
more
gonna
like
be-
intruders.
It will be very difficult. Not impossible, just very difficult for you to hit him.
Okay, unless I use a spell that can't miss.
Correct.
Oh God, don't thunderclap us.
Not right now.
Yeah, thunderclap would probably actually knock me unconscious. Don't do that.
Like you're gonna have to make sure he doesn't get hit with it. That's the
I
case.
thought magic missile couldn't miss.
Exactly. So I will actually cast. I will cast magic missile at second level, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
Ooh,
magic missile.
second level spells.
Ooh. What is it? So it's one more. Oh wait. Actually, it doesn't really give you a whole lot of benefit for you burning that second level spell. So I'm actually just gonna cast it at first level again.
It gives you an extra D4.
Yeah, it already gives me 3, which is not bad. I could use those seconds. So I am gonna cast a magic missile at first level. Come on, cast magic missile into the darkness. And where's my roll thing? Where did my dice
Yep,
roll
just
go?
do the damage.
Oh, there it goes. Right. 3, 5. So that's 7 damage.
All right, you launch your missiles, and they just weave around Cupcake and around Coldbrook, and they just strike at this little guy. And you hear little tiny screams as each one hits.
That's what I thought.
Is he bloodied?
No.
Oh
right.
no!
I had to know. If he was, then I'm gonna drop a magic missile bomb on his ass too. But...
Anything else, Galen?
You know what? No, I'm actually gonna park myself right here.
Couple of drinkers.
All right.
This man's got some good concentration.
Jay, your turn.
Cool. I need a wisdom save from that guy as I cast Hold Person on him.
He is gonna pass.
Cool. Now I'm gonna burn some sorcery points, and I'm gonna make him do it again.
Now it's personal. First time, no. Second
No,
time,
now it's survival.
I don't think you can actually do 2 actual spells. You can use sorcery points to do a cantrip.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can reduce the casting time. Let me look it up. I never remember this shit.
Yeah, you can take.
But I think you're right.
To cast another spell.
When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 to change the casting time to bonus. Yeah, see, it doesn't cover it under that, but I know that's the case.
Yeah.
So let me.
Oh.
I didn't like that either because I thought it was that way. I was like, yeah, 2 hold persons at a turn.
I'm gonna just firebolt him again. Firebolt him for the first time because fuck this guy.
All right, give me your attack roll.
Does a 24 hit?
24 will hit.
I hit him for a whopping 14 fire damage, so he'll probably take half that. Because I got lots of magma and shit. I'm assuming they're resistant to fire, but who knows?
Well, you bloody him with that hit.
Cool. Somebody needs to kill this guy before he goes again.
All right, it's Cupcake's turn.
Oh boy, hold on. I'm trying to check one thing. I think I'm gonna have to step away from this thing.
It's just an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I just want to, because if I step away from him, you're
a strong boy with a healthy frame. You can take a hit.
I didn't sleep last night, man. You understand, man? I'm grumpy.
Your pussy sorcerer is getting his ass kicked in the back. Come save me.
Just getting stabbed in the ankle.
I'm just trying to make sure if I think I can do it with the rapier. I think I can drop the bow and use the rapier up close.
You can just swap as a free action.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna take this opportunity, swap, and come over and try to stab his little ankle biter.
All right. So I would suggest flanking him.
Oh, okay. You do flanking, sweet.
Yeah. The little magma critter will take a swipe at you. It's gonna be 15 to hit.
Hit. I got 14 AC.
All right. It is going to do a massive 4 slashing damage and 1 fire damage.
I like this.
As he slashes you and cauterizes the wounds in a single shot.
Huh.
Just like a lightsaber.
What a bastard!
I don't know. It makes the first blow a little ineffective. I can't bleed to death now.
All right,
I don't know how to feel about this.
give me your attack rolls, please.
Okay. So what do we get from flank? Is that advantage or
Advantage? Yep.
See 14, 20. Can I crit? Ah, no. That was a 10.
20 will do it.
All right.
Just barely. It's a quick little guy.
He's fast. Ah, nope, my die. Nope, that went to the abyss. That's under my desk. Make sure what's my rapier do. I have a +1 rapier too. I forgot about that. That's why I actually spent my my uncommon item on. So it's a D8.
Cool. And don't forget your sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I got the 3d6 for them. Just trying to find my d8 in here. My little box. There we go. Okay. 7, 2, 2, 4. Fuck. I'm all day doing math. My head hurts now.
They were so cold last night. Can't do math. I bet you if it was cupcakes, you can count them and do perfect mathematics.
My math is correct. I'm getting 15.
15?
15.
All right.
Magic weapon, does that do also +1 damage, or the +1 damage is +1 to swing?
It does 1 to the damage, which is added into your modifier on your sheet.
Okay, I just
so it'd be 1d8 plus whatever, and it would already calculate it into that.
Okay, so 19.
So,
anyway.
19 then?
Yeah, I had to calculate the damage total with it.
Okay, so yeah, with a 19, you're able to just skewer him right on the end, and like you pick up your rapier, and it just like slides down the rapier to the hilt and dies.
Ew.
You kind of hear it go, yeah, all the way down.
Yep.
It's worse. It's even worse.
Makes that mini me noise. That me.
See, if you could run him through and or like a marshmallow and like roast him or something.
There's
I
plenty of
don't
fire
think
around.
it's gonna be tasty.
You can do it. You moving anywhere else?
Nah, I'm good where I am. Actually,
Okay.
I'll move back up too. Kind of help guard our sorcerer here. Nope. Up. No. Back. No. Not back up. Not backward.
Too.
Oh,
back forward too. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Wrong way.
All right. Okay. So with that,
Where did I go?
I couldn't find an answer on this, but I'm just doing it for right now. Popping out of invisibility just happens.
Oh yeah. I believe
if you do an action, it just sort of happens.
So yeah, the invisibility
Yep.
went down when I cast magic missile.
Yes. So what also happens is invisibility disappears on the Duergar standing right next to you.
Well, that's not super great.
At least it's just one and not 3 of them.
But it's only gonna be a 10 to hit.
Where the hell is my set? That's a miss. Woo! Just barely.
He grumbles at his at the injustice that he is suffering. And Alex, your turn.
Okay. I assume I can only cast a spell or attack. I'm just for good measures because I don't want our sorcerer to die. I was gonna cast Sanctuary on them.
Okay. That is an action, I believe.
Yeah, it's in 30 feet and lasts for a minute.
Yep.
Do you need me to read it to you, or you know what it is?
I got the basics of it. And I have the player's handbook right here in front of me, so.
Okay. Because I have it.
Well, just read it just for everybody.
Yeah, go
Since
for
we
it.
are recording it, just for everybody, so they know.
So you're warded within. I'm just gonna read it. You ward a creature within range attack against attacks until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a fail save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell does not protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions or fireball. Or of a fireball. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cast that.
Notice it is also a bonus action to do so you can still take your full action.
Oh, sweet. I see that. Yeah. I'm gonna bonk the guy next to me with my
Which one?
the one that's in the fire pit. I
Okay.
guess. Hopefully he'll die.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. Let me just press a button because I can do that over here. Cool. Oh, it's so laggy. Give it a minute. Oh, come on. That's a 1 plus 7 is crit fail. Oh no, it's a 7. That's not a 1. That's a 7. I thought it was a 1. It's 14.
Well, it still adds it together. Oh, so
Yeah.
no, it's a 14.
Yeah, it's 14. I thought it was a 1, but it's actually a 7.
A 14 will hit.
Sweet. Let me roll damage. Oh, it's so laggy.
Smash.
Oh, I just rolled dice. I was like, did I just get the max roll? Come on. You got it. What is it? Tell me.
It's not,
Oh, yeah.
the dice aren't like
10
that on my
damage.
end, but 10 damage. All right, cool. So yeah, you bonk him right on the head. It hurt him.
Cool.
Anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay right here fighting these things.
Okay.
Level 5 Paladin, you should have 2 attacks.
Yes,
I get 2
actually, you
attacks?
should.
Oh, attacks
Yeah.
per action too. You are correct. I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bonk
they'll
him
do
again.
another one. I'm gonna roll because that thing takes forever.
Sure.
13 plus 7 is 20.
It'll hit.
Cool. What is it for? So that was 6 damage.
All right. So it is bloodied.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna stay there. So it would be its turn. Ooh, the whole thing moved. What's with this one? It's gonna kind of take off and fly just up to here. So it gets advantage on attacking you.
Okay.
And it's gonna claw at you with its little itty bitty claws for 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You take 5 slashing damage and 2 fire damage.
Okay.
All right. This one will take its chances and it's going to attack the sorcerer that's bloodied and almost dead.
God damn it! I should
You'll get an attack of opportunity against it, and it's going to have to make the wisdom save to see if it can actually attack Jay.
Hopefully it has
or
bad
not.
wisdom. Please have bad wisdom.
So, Alex, what was your to hit on the method?
Was it? Is it just matched on my wisdom modifier?
No. First off, give me an attack against the method as it moved out of your.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I didn't realize I got attack opportunity. Sorry.
If you want to use your reaction against it, yes.
I got a 8.
An 8?
Yeah, I got a 1.
Oh yeah, so it's a definite miss. And I believe your save DC is going to be a 14 for your sanctuary. It will beat that. So it will make an attack against Jay for a 12 to hit.
We'll miss.
Oh, good.
And then it will now be Galen's turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Burning Hands, pointing in the direction of the horrible gentleman directly beside me.
Okay.
Actually, never. I'm just going to cast a Ray of Frost, I think, instead.
Okay.
So that will be a 12.
12 is a miss.
Drat. Stupid edge green bounce.
Anything else?
No, that's my action, and I provoke an attack of opportunity, I guess. I will take I will use my movement, and I will plant myself next to the paladin.
Okay. The Duergar will try to attack you, and it is going to be 13 to hit.
That is a hit.
Ooh. Well, it's going to be 9 piercing damage as he gets you, let's say, right in the shoulder as you try to get away.
Oofst. Got it.
Jay, you're up.
All right. In your campaign game, whatever, how is it an action, bonus action, or what to drink a potion?
An action.
Okay, so you actually make it a whole action. All right. Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
I try to follow the raw as close as possible.
Figure
All
out.
right. If for D&D Beyond, if you go to the bottom left-hand side, there's like a little die thing down there. You can click on
Okay.
that.
That works. Thanks.
Anything with your move and bonus?
Don't know yet. That shouldn't have rolled 3 of them. Why did it roll 3?
No.
Excuse me.
I get 6 hit points back.
Okay.
Me at 11. Problem is all my spells are fucking fire. As far as things I could do as a quick spell. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here.
Oh man.
I mean, I could waste my sorcery points quick casting a firebolt at this imp, which will do nothing, and I'm not gonna bother.
Don't waste that.
All right.
Well, then it would be Cupcake's turn.
All right, I'm gonna have to try something here. I'm gonna try and stab it with my rapier.
Do you want to move into flanking or stay where you are?
How would
But you
that
get
work?
flanking if you're just in melee with somebody that's in melee.
No, he still gets sneak attack, but he'd have to be to get the advantage. It'd have to be over here.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that to guarantee I can actually hit this thing. It doesn't kill you. Get it. Let's go for that. That was a 10. Whoop, that fell off my desk. That's not much better. 12.
12 will hit.
Whew. Okay. Okay. Roll damage. And 13, 17.
17.
Yep.
It is bloodied.
Uh-oh.
And not looking good.
I tried.
And it still has a little ways to go before it can even hit me. So.
All right.
So, this Duergar will go all big boy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh.
And move down
Large
to here.
lad. Large lad.
And Alex, your turn.
Okay. I just had a random quick question. On my spells, I see like one of them has a C next to it. Is that saying it's a cantrip?
Concentration.
Oh, concentration. Okay. Because I didn't know if cantrips were something for paladins. Anyways, yeah. Can I can't remember. Is the little magnet guy bloody next to me or no?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. And the big guy, can I actually hit him from where I am?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'll go ahead and attack the little magma guy first. My first attack. See how that goes.
Sure.
I'm gonna use the thing online because I seem to be getting better rolls than when I'm rolling myself. That it's taking forever to load, but it's an 18.
18 will hit.
Awesome. And it is 7 damage.
All right. So yeah, you got a mace, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you take your mace and you just smash it like right on top of its head, and like you take the head clean off, and it's still just kind of flapping there. And you're very proud of yourself because you know it died.
Yay.
But then it starts to kind of like bubble up,
Oh no.
and then it explodes.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's what magma
Give
men
me-
do.
Give me a dexterity save.
Oh come on.
Bonk.
Big bong. Come on. You can do it. Why is it so laggy on my computer but not your computer?
I don't know.
You need to restart your
When was
computer.
when's the last time you rebooted?
Recently. Maybe it's because I have not a whole lot of tabs, but a few tabs. Yeah, I got a 3.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Not
Oh
the most
well.
dexterous
Okay.
creature.
So
You're a
yeah,
dwarf, aren't you?
you're gonna take damage, and you're gonna take damage, and I'll leave it up to percentage there. He will also take damage. You take 3 fire damage.
Okay.
The Duragar that was closest to you
Yep.
Oh no, they're gonna wake
also
up.
Oh no.
takes
Oh,
fire
no.
damage,
Oh no.
and this one just enough since it's a 5-foot radius from it.
Oh no.
He also gets it, and they burn awake and snap out of the charming effect that was on them. They were under. You still have another attack.
Yeah. Is lay on hands a free action or a full
Action.
action? It's an action. Okay, I was just curious. Yeah, I'm the smaller one in front of me, is that in range to hit? Because he's like over in the
yeah.
corner. He is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on the thing, but he'll be in range.
I'm actually gonna bonk him instead. Because the bigger guy, I don't know. I'm guessing he might be a little tougher at the moment. So maybe
Standing next to the wizard.
I mean, fuck, man.
Oh, I'm gonna be doing something on my turn, which
I got an
might deal
8.
with it.
8 would miss.
Crit failed again.
That's bad.
Yeah, bad. All right.
All right. This magma method. You just puff up his chest a little bit and breathe out some more fire. I need Alex, Galen, and Cupcake to give me dexterity saves, including the big guy.
15.
I got a 9.
All right.
Goodness gracious, woman.
So
Not a very dexterous dwarf.
I got -1 on dex. Sorry.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
What was the other save?
17.
All right. So just Alex and the big Duragar fail. They take 5 damage. The rest of you take 2.
Ouch.
This is not looking so good. Yeah, I'm bloodied.
Galen, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt. A stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blasts out from your direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. Our creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a damage on a successful one. It ignites
All right.
flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Where are you throwing the lightning bolt?
Pretty much straight north, unless like a slight catty corner would catch one more Duragar in it, but
I mean, the two at the table that just woke up, I mean, are in a straight line from you.
yeah, but like so is this big guy directly in front
Oh
of
no,
me.
no, I'm not that. I'm just saying like, there's a clean 2 hits that way. I'm not sure.
I mean, if you can kill 2 over 1, 2's better.
Yeah, you can definitely let's see here.
I for sure want to get this guy in my arc.
So like you could fire it this way.
I would get 2.
Or you can fire it this way. And you're
Either
gonna wake
way.
up the guy that's charmed. Either way you
but
hit 2.
I'll tell you now, on my turn, I plan on recharming that whole room. So if you wake him, it's not gonna matter.
Okay.
I want to deal with the big guy right in front of me. Who?
Yeah.
We have kind of a thing going, so I'm just gonna keep that rolling.
All right.
So
you said it was a save or an attack?
it is a dex save, DC 15.
The big guy saves somehow. And the guy that's charmed does not.
All right. So
he-
the guy that is not, so the guy that is charmed, the guy who failed, is going to take 32 lightning damage, and the other
Okay.
guy is going to take 16.
So he takes 16 and he is bloodied. The other one, you just see that kind of lightning bolt bounce from the big guy onto the little guy and just like concentrate on his brain, and his head just pops.
Does anyone have a Tide pen? I got a little something on my suit.
Yeah, I have a prestidigitation pen.
So yeah, the big guy is not looking too good either.
I assume I am in melee range of him currently.
Still, yes.
All right. Well, not super not bodacious, but okay. All right, that's me.
All right. Jay, your turn.
Yeah, I guess I got to recharm these guys. I'm gonna move. Oh shit! I tried to drag myself on here, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can have it. I'll move up right behind Cupcake. And
I love that shit's his name now.
Yeah, that's the name now.
I'm gonna comment that shit and play. I might react accidentally.
It's
And
so good.
we're gonna drop the cube on those guys. Yeah.
The healthy boy.
Wisdom
Okay.
saves. Wisdom saves for everybody except you guys.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Fail, and a pass. Everyone, the other two guys fail. The big guy still, he's okay.
Awesome.
So we're back to square one. I, however, am not in Sanctuary anymore, so kill this little method, please.
I'm trying.
Oh, does Sanctuary
Cupcakes.
doesn't follow you?
When I cast a spell, it goes away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make an
It's
entire
Cupcake's turn.
All right, I'm gonna flank it.
All right.
Flank it. Go for it again.
Steb's dead.
Plus
Just don't mind me, just the frontline wizard.
22.
22 will
I'm
hit.
the only frontline person. Someone else has
Yep.
got to do it.
Listen, I'm guarding the sorcerer. Okay.
It's not
okay.
like we really got to coordinate group dynamic here. So
No, I noticed that.
I'm glad I chose to be a
I'm
paladin.
glad you didn't choose like a druid or something.
But sadly, I don't have the best healing. All I have is lay on hands.
surprised druids are actually very good at frontline in
That's
fifth
true,
edition.
because you get to wild shape into whatever the hell you want.